standing, check. What's poppin'? It's your boy Cross-Eyed here, Vice City Mafia. We running another dolo. We doing another rant, bro. Make sure to hit that like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, because it helps me on the algorithm, and I'm really trying to blow up. Let's get into it. All right, so I was checking out my DMs, right? It's mostly filled with hate, but there was one that stood out to me. One that caught my eye. And I had no topics, and it tied right into my niche. I'm going to read it to y'all because this guy is asking for the kind of advice that I feel like a lot of people in the world need. And I got the answer. So this guy wrote, "Hey, love the pod, man. I'm stuck, though. I got all these people around me, friends, family, even my girl, telling me I'm dreaming too big with my music hustle. They said I should just stick to my day job, stop wasting time. I want to go all in, but I'm feeling weighed down by their opinion. How do I shake this and keep pushing?" My man, this one is for you and for anybody else that feels like the world is trying to chain them down to mediocrity. Today's episode is about one thing. One thing. Fuck everybody. You got to do what you want to do in this world. And fuck what other people think. We're talking about why you need to move forward like a king in a chess game. Why you gotta cut out the useless people in your life, and how to play the game of power like a boss. Look, the world is filled with people that feel like they know what's best for you. Your mom, your boys, your girl, your boss, husband, wife, cousins, whatever. They've all got opinions. And to be honest, most of the time their opinions are trash. They're not living your life. They're not chasing your dreams. They're just sitting on a sideline, throwing shade like they're getting paid for it. It's sad, but it's true. You want to know the first rule about winning? Stop giving a fuck about what they think. And I learned this the hard way. Back when I first started my little hustle, I had people, all sorts of people in my ear. You can't do that. It's too hard. Why are you trying to be somebody you're not? I had a homie, let's call him D. And one day I started talking about my goals with him, building this podcast, growing my brand and making moves. He hit me with this smirk and was like, "Man, you think you're going to be the next big thing?" Sarcastically, of course. And that shit stung because I thought this guy had my back. But I realized something. D was not hating on me. D was hating on himself. He couldn't stand seeing me aim high while he was stuck on neutral. So I stopped listening. I tuned out the noise. And I stopped giving a fuck. You got to understand, people's opinions are like anchors. And they'll sink you if you let them. You're out here trying to make music, trying to build something real. And they're over here telling you to play it safe. Nah, fuck that. Safe is for the pussies. Safe is for the people that die at 80 with a fucking scrapbook full of regret. You want to be a legend? You want to be a boss? You got to move like one. And that starts with telling everybody else to fucking kick rocks. People act like you owe them loyalty just because they've been around forever. Like, "Oh, we grew up together. You can't cut me out." Bullshit. Loyalty ain't about time served. It's about who's riding with you. When you're climbing, if your day ones are holding you back, they're not your fucking day ones, bro. Just a bunch of anchors weighing you down that you need to cut off, dude. Fuck them. You don't owe them nothing. You don't owe nobody shit. It doesn't matter if it's your mom or your best friend, bro. Sometimes people got to be cut off for you to chase the dreams that you're after because they don't see the vision. But when you get to the destination, you could bring them back, bro. It's just for a short amount of time till you can get your goals. It's not like you're disowning anybody. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Fuck everybody. Fuck it. Cut them off. Life's a chess game, and you got to keep moving forward. You can't move backwards. You can only move forward. Think about it in chess. Every piece has a purpose, but you don't win by sitting still or going back where you started. You win by making bold moves and sacrificing a few pawns and keeping your eye on the board. Life's the same way. You can't go back to who you were yesterday. You can't undo the choices you made. All you could do is make the next move count. And I used to waste so much time looking back. I'd think like, man, what if I didn't drop that one job? Or what if I stayed cool with that one dude? That's a loser mindset, dude. Regret is just a trap. It keeps you stuck while the world moves on, man. You got to train yourself to think like a king on the board of chess. Calculated, fearless, always planning 3 moves ahead. And sometimes That means sacrificing pieces in life. And those pieces, sadly, are the people that don't fit your vision. Let me hit you with a little story. A couple years back when I started this podcast, I was working in a club, grinding my ass off, saving up just to fund this dream because it's not cheap. I had this coworker, cool dude, always talking about how he was going to start his own thing someday. Unconventional thing, but his own thing. But every time I'd share my plans, like starting my own podcast, getting this podcast off the ground, he'd throw these little jabs. Podcast, man, everybody's doing that. You sure you got what it takes? You sure you can make it? Bro, I don't know. Bunch of bullshit. And I kept him around because we had history. But then one day it clicked. This dude isn't my ally, dude. He's my pawn. He was the pawn in my game, and he was blocking my path. So I made my move. I stopped sharing my plans with him. Stopped hanging out with him. I sacrificed that piece to keep my board clear. And you know what? My focus got sharper. My hustle got stronger, and I moved forward. And here's the deal. Every step you get closer to your dream, you're going to lose people. And that's okay. Because not everybody is built for the end game. Some folks are just pawns, useful for a minute. Then you got to let them go. Don't feel bad about it. Don't feel guilty. Don't cry. Keep your eyes on the prize and keep moving. All right, let's get to the meat of this. You got to cut the people out of your life that don't matter and are not useful. If they're not useful, fuck them. I'm not saying be a heartless bastard, but be real. Your time, your energy, your focus, these are your most valuable assets at the moment. You can't waste them on people that bring nothing to the table. And this brings me to the 48 laws of power, which I told you guys to read before. And if you really loved my podcast, you would have read the 48 laws of power, dude. It is the only book I've ever read. That and parts of the Bible. I'm not that good at it, but I try to read the scripture. Robert Greene is a fucking genius. He gave us the fucking recipe, bro. Number 10 in the 48 laws of power. Infection. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. Straight up, this law is the gospel. Greene says you gotta stay clear of people who drag you down with their misery, their bad vibes, or their lack of ambition. Why? Because they're like a virus. They infect your mindset, your hustle, your whole damn fucking life. If you hang around losers, you start thinking like a loser, bro. It's just facts. If you hang around people that just bitch and moan, you're going to start feeling sorry for yourself. Nah, you got to cut that shit like a surgeon. Cut the fat out. Now let's talk about law number 7 in the 48 laws of power. Get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. This one is fire. But here's the catch. You can't use that law if the people around you are all losers and unuseful. Law 7 is about surrounding yourself with people who got skill, who got drive, who can help you build your empire. But if your circle is filled with a bunch of lazy losers, fat, good for nothing, unambitious motherfuckers, what are they gonna do for you? Nothing. They're just useless liabilities. They'll fumble the bag, then expect you to thank them for it. And that's why you got to be ruthless about who you keep around you, who you keep close. If they're not adding value, they're subtracting from your success. I cut out the people that couldn't handle it, the ones who tried to dim my shine. This podcast started off with 3 people, but the others couldn't find their way. They couldn't find their own shine. And here's how you do it. Step 1, audit your circle. Look at every person you talk to on a daily basis and make a decision. Is this person adding value to my life or helping me achieve my goals in any way? Or are they just taking up space? If they're not bringing support, energy, or any value, then they're useless. Step 2, set boundaries. You don't got to cut these people out, curse them out, block their number. Sometimes it's just about pulling away. Stop inviting them to your plans. Stop sharing your wins. Let them fade. And step 3, replace them. Find people who match your hustle. On X, join a group. On Facebook, network events. Whatever it takes to find your tribe. Because when you're surrounded by winners, you can't help but to win. And yeah, this is going to ruffle up some feathers. People are going to call you selfish, cold, whatever. Let them. Fuck them. They're just mad because they know they're the ones getting cut. You don't owe nobody a seat at the table if they're not bringing nothing to the feast. And the bottom line is, if you want to win in this world, you got to run your own race. And fuck what everybody else thinks, dude. They're not paying your bills. They're not living your life. Life's a chess game, and you can't move backwards. So stop looking back, keep your eyes on the board, and make every move count. And most importantly, cut the fat. Get rid of the useless people that don't matter. The people who don't add value. Live by law 10. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. Surround yourself by people that make law 7 possible. Folks who have something to offer. That's how you build an empire. I'm out here chasing my dreams, same as you, homie. I ain't nowhere right now. And I'm just telling you the advice that I wish I would have known earlier on while chasing my dream. And I've cut out a lot of people to get to where I'm at now. And I am nowhere. But I don't feel bad about it. Sometimes you got to sacrifice the pawns so you can move forward like a king. And with that, we out. This was Vice City Mafia. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to hit that like, comment, subscribe if you made it to the end. Thank you. I appreciate it.